Hi everyone. I've been incredibly busy lately, which is one of the reasons I thought of the topic for this video. I've just had so much going on in my life, and a number of really great opportunities came up for me, which I'm really happy about, and it's going to be great for the channel. Of course, that meant that I had things I needed to take care of that don't necessarily translate into making a video. Although I am working on another video currently, it's just taking me a while to complete. Which leads me to the point of this video. Sword of Convaleria has kind of been popping off with events lately. There's just so many events going on at one time. I almost feel overwhelmed by it. I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm kind of overwhelmed. It does have a lot to do with the fact that I have a lot to do in my life and that I've been busy, but I found it really difficult to try to complete absolutely everything here. I mean, some of these are simple, like the Voyager's Conundrum is an easy one to do. You don't even really have to do it. You can literally just get the number from your guildmates, input it, and then I'm done. I didn't have to do anything else. So this one's not that bad. It also gives a lot of Luxite for the amount of work you have to do. This is one of the better events, to be honest with you, because it's such a brief amount of work that you need to do to get it. So an event like this isn't bad. The chapters event is also not bad simply because you can just cheese it. You don't really have to do the new stages at all. You can just go in and run any stage. So you can just go in prologue, for example. 03 is a really good one to do. So for that event, you can just repeatedly replay a stage without using stamina at all and get it done. Of course, that does mean that you have to repeatedly click on this and go in and finish it and come out and click it again. There is a lot of clicks. You do have to babysit it in order to do that many times, but you can basically get this done in one sitting by doing that. So this event isn't bad. I like that it gives you a lot of these potions. If you want to play the new story continuously, these potions help you do it. But obviously we get to some of the more involved events, which we have quite a few. We have Fireside Chat, Voyage of Discovery, and the Spiral of Destinies one. And I've found it really difficult to try to do all of these events, to be honest with you, when you don't have a lot of time and you're extremely busy. And the rewards are kind of low for these. It's really just a couple of summons. You can actually get most of the summons by doing the easy quests and autoing. You may miss out on getting a couple of summons by not doing the harder quests and not being willing to manual, but I think proportionately, the two summons, they're not worth the amount of time and effort they want you to put in to get those. I am a completionist type of person, so I do like completing events in full, but sometimes you have to cut your losses. And this is one of those times for me. I've just been too busy in my life, and I'm still busy, so I probably won't be getting to this. I'm also an efficient person, so when they're asking me to jump through hoops for a very low amount of rewards, I tend to balance, is the rewards worth the time that they're asking me to get it? That's one of the reasons I may not get to finishing this event. I just am not sure that it's worth the amount of time they want me to put in to get those rewards. At this point in time, I'd rather just focus on the events that are coming up and focus on completing those and then try to stabilize my account by completing all of the events rather than letting it get out of control like this. But I was able to get the summons out of here. I was able to complete most of it. I was able to get most of the important things. I wish I could have gotten these chests, but it is what it is. The same for this one. This one, there's 14 days left, so it's possible that I can come back in here and try to finish this, but I doubt that I will. I completed all of these simple quests, so I can buy stuff out of the shop. I didn't really complete any of these Luxite ones. They require you to manual the stages, and I just don't have time for it. I don't have time to spend hours to get like 30. I'm missing out on 2 summons if I skip these. Like I said, I still have 2 weeks to decide whether I want to do this or not, and if I have time, I could come back and do this. But I think right now I really want to look forward to any new events coming out and fully complete those. I mean, it really bothers me leaving events like that. I do like getting everything, but I just have to move forward with it and focus on what's important and what's not. And the truth of the matter is, these two events don't give that much. The Spiral of Destinies one is really important to do, and I hadn't done this one at all. So I've had to go back and run Spiral of Destinies. I only have 2 weeks left. Honestly, in just a couple of days, I've been able to get to 27 out of 35, so I've completed a lot of the quests. And there's just so much Luxite in here. It's something you do not want to miss out on. I've gotten a lot of Luxite out of here as well by completing all of these. These achievement rewards gave me so much Luxite. I went from such a crappy amount of Luxite to now I have 8,000. So out of all of the events, the Spiral of Destiny one helped me out the most, to be honest with you. I have to continue running this. There's still a lot of Luxite locked in here. That's really been my main focus over the last couple of days, just getting Spiral of Destiny done and getting this event complete and trying to pick up as much Luxite as I can from the achievements. This is really a waste to miss. If there's any event that you really need to make sure you focus on and get done, it's this Spiral of Destiny one. This is going to give you way more Luxite and summons than these other events that are wasting hours of your time to manual things. I have needed to manual some things in Spiral of Destiny, so you can't just auto everything. But I've pretty much just been speedrunning Spiral of Destiny. There's only a couple of things that you need to manual. It's not that frequent at all. But it's overall a better idea to focus on something like this that just nets you way more Luxite than these. To put it in perspective for you, I got way more Luxite out of Spiral of Destiny than I would have running these stages for this event. I'm glad that I just started focusing on this, because now I have way more Luxite than I did before. I feel like it's a valid question. Do you feel that this is overkill? Do you think they're piling too many events on top of each other for us to complete? Especially events that require you to manual so many of the stages. I feel like the Spiral of Destinies one, the Voyager of Discovery, and the Fireside Chat are very involved. I think if they wanted to stack events, they should have put less events that require so much manualing. So have one event where you have to manual, coupled with another event that's either simple and can be autoed, or something like a login event, or even the guild event is a good one. The story event is a good one because you could just cheese that one anyway. I think when you have a better balance between the events and how much time you have to invest in them, it allows players to enjoy the game better. Because now I'm just speedrunning Spiral of Destiny and not really caring about the story. And I think a lot of people actually want to be able to enjoy the story. So that's a good example. I think they were balancing this out better before, where they were coupling difficult events with simple events. They've obviously gotten a lot of feedback, and they're clearly trying to do right by their players. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of different feedback they're receiving, and you can see they're trying to address all of the feedback. So there's the group of people complaining that we don't have enough summons and we're not getting enough Luxite, so having so many events going on just adds to the amount of summons you're able to get. There's also the group of people, a minority, that are saying they've completed absolutely everything in the game. They have absolutely nothing left to do. And, well, this helps out people because they said, oh, you don't have anything to do. Well, here's a bunch of events. Here's new chapters you could do. Here's some more Spiral of Destiny you can do. And then there's the third group of people who probably are an extreme minority who are saying that they want harder stuff in the game. Those are the people asking for more challenging content, and that's where these particular events come into play. That's why you're seeing this mix of events that pose a challenge. The increase in events gives more Luxite for players to get and summons to get. And I'm guessing they think that there's something here for everyone, because if you're the type of person that likes story, you can do the Spiral of Destiny and the story events. You have these other events that are for challenging players, and there's some simple ones thrown in. I think the number of events is challenging if you're busy and don't have time to play. But I'm also taking advantage of it to try to recoup some of my summons after my last horrific summon session. And of course, we do have another banner coming up for Auguste this week. So you want as many summons as you possibly can get at this point, whether you're summoning for him or saving for someone else. So how do you feel about it? Do you feel that there's too many events? Would you rather them bump up the rewards in the events rather than spamming so many at once? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.